welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our brand new F1 2020 season. Here we are going to kick off this season with GP3, and yes, you heard me right. GP3 has made its return, but we are going to kick off this season with GP3 here at the Australian Grand Prix, live at the Melbourne Circuit. I am joined by the legend himself, SF1 Center, otherwise known as Marcus. How are you doing this evening?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Looking forward to this. Let's say it's been a while since we've had the GP3 division, and we've got a few new guys, new faces, a few of the old faces. It's a nice little mix. It's been interesting to watch so far. So, hoping for a good race.
All right, so we do have a little bit of a special thing going on. Marcus is actually going to announce it, but we actually have a contest that is going to run during qualifying in Q3. He's going to give a little bit of an explanation on it as we have a couple seconds remaining. So I'm going to run through this, but it's going to be like Q3. Marcus, if you want to tell him what the contest is, you can take it right away.
Right. Well, what we're thinking of doing is for the Twitch viewers only. The prize, it's not a very big prize to start off with, but if it's a success, we'll do it again in the future. We're looking at a £10 Xbox Live voucher for whoever gets the right guess. And what you've got to do is you've got to predict the top 5 finishers at the end of this race. In order. Top 5, first to 5th. If you get that in the Twitch comments, I've got a pen and paper, I'll make note of what you've predicted. And if you get that right in the correct order, you win yourself that £10 Xbox Live voucher. And we're doing the same for GP2, same for GP1. If no one gets it correct this week, then it rolls over to the following week for each division. So, bit of a competition for everyone to join. It's a bit of fun. Could win yourself £10 Xbox Live.
It'd be different for me. I don't work with pounds. What do I win then? I guess I win currency, or just the badge of honor.
Yeah, that's it.
Needless to say that I
there
was gonna
is,
say this just to pipe
there,
in there.
yeah, go
It
on.
is a Twitch exclusive, so if you guys are commenting on the Facebook video, head over to our Twitch, watch us live. You guys can join in and try to win that game gift card.
Yeah, and one last rule is if you are racing and listening to the stream for your respective divisions, you cannot enter for your respective division. So if there's any GP3 drivers listening to the stream right now, you cannot enter this competition today. But you can enter tomorrow and obviously on Sunday as well.
So, on tap right now, we are in the end of Q2. It looks like Neon has set the actual fastest lap of the session with a 120.8, it looks like. And then we have Your Robbie, who's 121.3. So, the exciting thing is with GP3, we have a couple other guys that were, I wouldn't say the bottom end because they actually have a lot of skill. I think they belonged in GP2. A couple of guys that are top of GP3 going into the season. We have a couple new drivers. We have Lord Agassiz here. We have Seifer, who I believe is in the Mercedes. I got to get used to the logos here.
Yeah,
We have
that's
Archie,
Mercedes,
who's
mate.
here.
Yeah.
Swizz makes his return to SF1, which is good to see. Dan Bergs is here. He's actually underneath in the Haas seat for SF1 Evil, who is the team manager for him. I know he's watching, so I'm going to give him a quick shout out. Phantom makes a return to SF1. He is under that Ferrari team. Hopefully, the SF1 Ferrari team does better than the actual Ferrari team this season. Can't predict top five. All right.
Right, I've got our first entry from Bill Giz.
Yes, Towers, you can enter. Sorry, I'm kind of keeping my eye on what's going on the screen. I got to look over at the comments as well. And if you guys can tell, it's been just a bit that I've streamed. Nevertheless, we're going to give you guys the rundown of Q2. Neon, that's the fastest lap. Your Robbie, P2. Jambergs, P3. Rashi, P4. Phantom, P5. Lord Agassiz, P6. Swizz, P7. Johnny Sherbert, P8. Albon, the only one to squeak through in Q2 on those mediums, so look for a good pit strategy from him, maybe optimizing his strategy. And Archie rounds up top 10. We do lose out Solex, we lose out Seifer, and we lose out Goomba as well as Telhel. Wait, so
Both
Ru-
Alpha, both the Alpha Tauris out in Q2.
interesting.
I'm
Doesn't
actually
look.
surprised there. I was expecting Goomba to get through. I'm not going to lie.
I happen to wonder. I see Tellhell didn't even get a lap, and he must have had a little uh-oh and
He
crashed
crashed.
out.
He crashed out on the death curb.
So I'm gonna have to do something a little special in just a bit once these guys start kicking off before they set out. We this season, as long as I'm streaming, has the ability to do this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown. Marcus, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You'll probably have a lag on it. You'll be able to watch the
I'm
stream,
watching.
but
I'm watching the stream, mate.
we're gonna give you guys a good hot lap of this track here in Melbourne. Harrison, our GP1 Mercedes manager and driver, was kind enough to send us through. So I do have this thing. I'm not going to go over the corner names because the corner names, if you guys have read up on this track, are usually entitled after either legendary drivers or some odd things like Sports Center's one of them. But we're going to give you guys a heads up on what a hot lap looks like here at Australia. As you go down the start finish line, cross the line to begin your lap, you're going to come into turn 1 and 2. Easy on the brakes, don't want to lock up, attack the curbs as best as you can. And there's your second DRS zone. Well, actually, it's going to be more of like your first. Coming into the tight right-hander, you want to easy on the brakes. You can see Harrison locks up just a bit. Hang it to the left. Don't want to catch that curve because in this game the curve will throw you out, as well as this right-hand curve. Easy on the throttle, and then coming down to here, easy on the brakes again. But you do want to attack that curve as much as you can. Exit off of that corner. Coming down to the back of this. What is this called? This is called Fittipaldi, or not Fittipaldi. And coming up, this is probably one of my favorite parts of the tracks. One of the interesting things about the Australian Grand Prix, this track seems to feel almost like it's its own track. Each sector is a lot different. Coming across there is the third DRS zone. Coming up to, I believe this is a Scari actually. This corner's name is actually Scari. Coming up to one other right hand, and then coming down. I know these names. This corner is called the Senna name, or Senna. Easy on the brakes, easy on the throttles. You want to spin the car out. Coming across the Prost corner, last corner. DRS is open. Coming down to the start finish line, and to finish your hot lap here at the Australian Grand Prix. Let's see what these guys can do. Look, I got that in before these guys set off for a lap. So who's out first
We've
on
had
this?
another couple of entries to the competition now.
So yeah, Marcus is actually keeping track of this. So you guys, good luck. I have to think. So who is first out on their lap? Swizz. Swizz is on an out lap. Where is Dan Bergs? He is back there. It might be. No. It might be Neon, who's. No, he's on an out lap. So it's going to be Sherbert. Sherbert's going to be the first one. No? I'm getting so confused here. Who is actually on the flyer?
Right.
Archie.
I'll have a look.
Archie just invalidated his lap, so we're going to go to Lord Agassiz, see if he can get himself
Agassiz, yeah.
time in. Our brand new alpha driver for this season, GP3. I'm excited to see what he can do this season. He looks really competitive. His teammate, Grimdog, who wasn't able to attend this evening due to work, we're going to miss him, but he will be here for Bahrain. Danbergs actually does a 122.8, so I missed him. It looks like Agassiz's going to be the next to set a lap. Crosses the line and goes P1 with a 21.9. That's the first time this week that he's gotten into the 21s. As Albon goes 21.4. You're right, he goes 29. So the two Red Bulls looking mighty strong this evening. Ratchet pops in at a 121.6, putting him P3. Let's see, Sherbert gets 22.2. Who might be next? Where is Swizz is actually going to cross the line next. Where's he going to place? P6 currently.
6.
So it's going to be Phantom.
Oh,
It's going to
Archie's
be
in the gravel trap.
so he's going to have to either pit or cool down those tires to go for another one. Hi, Exia. How you doing?
We see you, Exia.
All right. Let's see what time Phantom can get himself into this evening. For that lone Ferrari this evening, his teammate couldn't make the race as well. Gonna across the line with
An invalidated
he
lap.
invalidated, yeah, so he's gonna have to give it another
And
go.
Neon.
Neon's invalidated, so Archie, you're gonna have to give it a bit
He's
of a
still
wait.
lagging about a bit, to be honest.
I will give Phantom a shout out. I know for a fact that he has moved to absolutely no assists this season, except for I think he has placed on racing line just because. I mean, sometimes you need it. Swizz is retired. Swizz must have crashed out. He has.
Yep, in the death curb again. Everyone loves that curb.
I actually like it, if that's going off of anything.
Here we got
Robbie Craig says, Bill
Neon.
sucks. All right. So let's run through it. So right now, the two Red Bulls looking mighty strong. Your Robbie and SF1 Albon. I will gonna give one big mention out for this if everybody's listening here. This is not for the guys in the comments, and I apologize. It's for everybody that signed up. GP3, GP2, and GP1 for the first time in SF1's history. We'll see. I'm baffled, but they will see prizes at the end of the season for the top three. So if you win the championship, there's definitely going to be a prize. P2 in the championship, there will be a prize. It's not going to be as sweet, but there'll still be a prize as well as P3. So if you drivers are listening, it begs the fact that make sure you try to commit to the races as much as you can if you want to win that nice little gift at the end of the season. It is definitely going to be useful. It's not going to be some like boring trophy that we send clear across the continent just for you to have to put on your shelf. It's actually going to be something that you can use. So not going to dump it out there just right away. Some of the finer details are being worked out, but yes, P1, P2, and P3 in all three divisions will win a prize. Kind of like winning a championship. So Harrison puts his prediction in.
I've got to keep an eye on this because
Oh, Kimmy's here, man. Kimmy.
We're pretty much guessing the same.
Kimmy, how are you doing, mate? It's been quite a while. You need to get yourself back on Xbox and get back to racing. We do miss you. So let's see. Archie's on an outlap. Neon's going to wait just a bit. We have 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this race. Or not the race, but qualifying session. It looks like Danberg's
We'd also like to, just quickly, sorry Kyle to butt in, you only have 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes to enter this competition. No entries after the end of Q3.
Yep, so 4 minutes and 20 seconds remain for you guys to get those predictions in. This is what's been really throwing me off, I would say, is I haven't streamed, I think, anything on 2020 as a spectator, and the color grade on next to the Haas team, making it gray instead of that black last time, or last game, is what was throwing me off the biggest. It looks like Archie's lost a little bit of connection. I want to try to get him back in when you can, Marcus. I'll keep an eye. Neon's on his way out. For ABS this game, I'm fine without braking. Struggling with no traction. Traction was the hardest thing for me to comprehend on this game as well, Bill. I will say that. Alright, running through.
So far, 5 entries. 5 entries. Just letting everyone know I'm keeping track of it.
When you can. Alright, okay, Archie just got himself back in. I was gonna say
He's joined. I think he's got. I think he has got someone inviting him back in when he lags out.
Alright. So 3 minutes remain for that competition, and Neon's invalidated again. It's that fast right-hander. You want to attack it, because the more you attack it, the less the car is going to be thrown on that exit, I've noticed. But you could tiptoe across the line and invalidate your line, or your lap. So Archie and Neon yet to set a lap. It looks like Neon's going to go for another shot here. He was on an outlap, so I guess that wouldn't count. I'm still a little bit out of practice, so let's jump on board with Neon.
Danberg is on sector 2 on a lap.
if Neon can get himself in a solid, decent time, get himself higher than P10.
Purple sector 2 for Danberg.
Danberg is just about ready to finish his lap. He's coming up to the last couple corners here into the center corner, which this is called, believe it or not. I'm going to learn
I like
track
that name.
names. And then the Frost exit right here onto the DRS start-finish line. Can Danberg's get himself high on this? Boy, he's massive brake
Up to
beat.
fourth.
There's a P4. So let's jump back with Neon. Neon sets a purple sector 2. If that is session best or personal best, I'm not sure. He is running for the Reliant team. SF1 Stig is the team manager for this season, as SF1 Guma made the way to AlphaTauri. He is now the manager of AlphaTauri team.
Yep.
No assist is
thing,
quite.
there is. Yeah, go on. So there's one thing I've noticed that you keep saying, Carl, and you're probably saying it without realising it. It's Renault, not Reliant.
I did say Reliant this time. I know I didn't.
You did.
I,
You said
for a
Renault.
long time, I had a lot of people say it's not Renault. It's not Renault, and I think I finally fixed myself. Like tail end of the season last season.
Yeah, it's Renault, not Reliant.
So it is Renault. Don't confuse me.
It is Renault.
It is Renault.
It's Renault.
All right. So Neon goes P2 and he's set a purple sector 1. So it looks like he's going to push a little bit harder. See if he can possibly get that pole position. Can Archie get himself a lap in? He's on an out lap. I don't think he's going to have enough time. He only has 30 seconds, but there is a glitch in this game. We're going to let everybody know. We are quite aware of it.
As long as you're on an out lap before the timer runs out, you should still get time to do your lap, I believe.
And he's cutting corners like he's turning that racing point into a lawnmower and puts it into the wall. I think that is going to be Archie done with. And he resets the track.
He's not allowed to do that.
And he's going to pull it right into the pits. Give it a good old Lewis Hamilton line. So let's see if Phantom can improve. He is pushing. He's up on his time.
So for anyone watching, you've got bonus time now of 2 minutes 40 to enter the competition.
Bonus round. So let's see. Albon is pushing to try the best of his lap. We do have Lord Agson just behind him. So let's see if Albon can get higher than P3 currently with a 121.4. DRS is open. Coming up to 20 now. He's going to go 20.7. Goes P1. Whereas Agson stays at P4 with 21.3. So whereas Danberg's, can he improve? Goes P6, stays P6. Now it's on the Phantom. Can he improve? Go higher than P8. Stays P8.
Stays P8.
And that is going to be it.
I believe that's it.
So SF1 Albon grabs the first pole position for the season in that Red Bull, followed by his teammate with a 20.9. You are Robbie. Neon rounds out the top 3. Lord Agassiz P4, Rashi's P5, Danberg's P6, Johnny Sherbert P7, VRL Phantom P8. Give VRL just a nice little shout out. I see Exy is here too. Give those guys quite a wave. And then you have Archie. Swizz did finish P9. He did crash out, I believe, or he retired. But Archie could not set a lap, so he is in P10.
Interesting. Don't forget, people, if you are listening in whilst racing, which we don't mind doing, to be fair, nowadays, do not ready up whilst you're sitting on the grid, please. Especially the new drivers, do not ready up before the race.
I did ask those guys to let their teams know that. I think it was 2 days ago. Hopefully they listened and they made everybody aware. But yes, SF1 implements a 5-minute break between the qualifying session and the racing start. What has happened? Has something happened to Sherbert's car?
No, I believe he's okay. I think he's in the pits. I think he just left, as in retired the session.
So we're just waiting on Robbie's car to finish loading into the pits, and then we'll be on to our nifty little 5 minute break. There we go.
And that is competition closed and qualifying over.
I wanted to also mention, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys, taking part in GP3, 2, and 1, want to send a hot lap like you saw Harrison do and get featured in the stream, please send it over to me or send it over to your manager, and then he can forward it to me. I'll get you guys featured, and I won't tell who it is. I'll just let you figure it out when you watch the stream. But running down the order, we have SF1 Albon, who grabs pole position. You are Robbie, Neon, Lord Agassiz, Rashi, Dan Bergs, Johnny Sherbert, BRL Phantom, Swizz gets in, and Archie finishes P10 without getting a lap in. So this, I think, I'd have to say for some of these guys, especially the top six. Yeah, the top six all actually they're all relatively close between each other.
Yeah,
We
all
are
within a second, which is what we like to see.
working out this season just a bit. That's good to see. I'm glad that nobody was a mega sandbagger.
Nice to see 29 viewers on Twitch currently at the moment as well.
Altogether, we have 36 if you want to know that.
That's good. That's good.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
It's the
usually
highest number we've had for a while.
usually these are filled out as the season goes on, but I'll give you guys a nice little rundown of what the tables will look like. If you're interested, you can join the page and follow along. But this is going to be the latest table for the season. You guys can see Australian Grand Prix. Everybody's slate is at 0. What is it going to look like afterwards? After this race, 29 laps. I love this track, but I know some people absolutely dread having this as the first race. I will say when we end up at Hanoi, it's going to be a nightmare to say the least.
Yeah. I don't think there's many people I've spoken to that actually like the Hanoi track. So
I think a lot of people have started changing their minds and saying that Monaco is no longer the worst league race. Um, Hanoi is going to be the worst league race.
yeah.
Hubs is
Right.
in the
I'm gonna
chat.
be back in a second, Carl.
All right. So it looks like everybody's pretty much listening. We are waiting for that 5 minutes. Should be just about ready to go. It's 32. Let me do the quick math in my head. It's going to be about 36. So the drivers, if you're watching, wait for SF1 Albon to ready up the lobby. Otherwise, let's get ourselves stuck in for what hopefully will be a good race. 16 drivers entered this race this evening. It's going to be quite a race. I'm just thrilled that GP3 has made a return. A lot of these drivers have definitely missed it. So, give my voice just a tad bit of a break before we go. I see you in the chat, Tom. So he's predicting SF1 Albon to pick up his first win of the season. It'll be definitely interesting to see. This game or this track really is kind of a bit of a test. You definitely have to manage your tires as best as you can. All right. Just about 2 minutes to go. It looks like SF1 Evil has found the Pokemon emojis and has put them on. Mate, you and Pokemon are just, you were made for each other. In the world is that? I'm not even gonna question it. Yeah, it was okay. So that's a good quick mention to the viewers. Had I noticed, is it something me and Marcus were talking about beforehand as these guys ready up? Seifer is the one that readied up. He's about a minute early, but so one of the smaller features that I used to like is when you were in unranked lobby, especially for league, the number that you raced with in your career mode is the one that you could race with in multiplayer. However, they've done away with that this season, so the cars are the actual car numbers. I kind of miss that just a bit, to be honest. I think that's a feature that should make its way back. It's a small, subtle detail that only I notice, but hey, it's something. Let's get rid of that and get you guys ready for this race. Setting off from the formation lap. Get rid of that mini map. Nobody cares for that thing. It is in the middle of nowhere, anyways. Let's see the tires. There we go. So SF1 up. And somebody is here that is not supposed to be here. Yori is here as well. Not sure who Yori is. But we'll deal with that later on. And Damhurst gets disqualified. He must be sitting on the grid now. But as we set away for our formation lap, time for these tires, or these drivers to warm up their tires. Albon's going to be a bit of a disadvantage in the first couple laps as he is on those medium compound tires. So the pace isn't going to be quite what these soft compounds are going to be. So it'll be interesting to see if he lets Yorabi kind of scoot away. And then this guy swap different pit strategies. We have Neon in P3, Lord Agassiz P4, Rashi P5, Johnny Sherbert P6, VRL Phantom P8, Swizz P9, Archie P10, Solex P11, Seifer is in P12, Goomba is in P13, his teammate in the two AlphaTauris, Telhel is in P14, Robert P15 in that Mercedes, and Gamerman P16, who I've heard he had a little bit of, I wouldn't say a little bit, massive news this week, so I'm just going to send a quick, mate, hopefully everything is well. And I'm kind of astonished that you showed up to race this evening. Doing that, it just, boasts your kind of character. But here we are. Album's rounding the last couple corners. There's your pit stop strategy. This might pop up quite a bit. I've seen a bit of lag, but you guys can have it there. Robbie's right there. Everybody's gearing up for this race. A couple guys, I just noticed Solex has gone to a hard compound strategy, and Goomba is on the medium compounds as well as his teammates, so that'll be interesting to see when they pit. Here we are waiting for those 5 red lights. Marcus, are you ready?
I'm back. I'm back. I'm
Just
back.
in time. All right. Looks like
I'm on a
everybody's.
decent view for this. Come on.
I know. I'm hoping.
That's it. I'm on Archie.
There we are. Just any second now. This is kind of the same thing it's done to F1 2019.
I'm on.
Come on. We do definitely have a fan. Jakeson is in here rooting on Lord Agassiz. Come on, what is going on? Yeah, here we go. Predicted pit stop strategy. It's Dansberg, I think. I think he's gonna have to leave and come back. Somebody can send him
Yeah.
like a message. I think it's him. There's a couple guys that interesting. Is there anybody missing from this? Yes, Danberg. Archie's ghosted. A couple of guys have ghosted. Archie has a red X on him. It
I've
says
received a
Danberg's here.
picture. It could potentially be Albon and Robert.
Interesting.
Albon and Robert causing issues. They may have to leave and rejoin.
Yeah, ask Archie. I think it's Archie because Archie has a red X on him.
Oh, no, he hasn't got a red X now.
Yeah, he hasn't a red X for me, so this keeps popping in and out of AI. I think he's got to leave and then come back.
Albon's on AI as well.
Not, I think my game just crashed. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be
Yep.
right back. Did your game crash as well?
Yep.
Oh boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, bit of an intermission and we'll be right back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Just loading up now after that nice grid restart because this game is wonderful. It's just as wonderful as F1 2019, but we just have to make sure we do get a picture just to make sure that the guys do start on those compounds of tires. It's going to help out a couple people like your Robbie who did 2 laps on those soft compounds in Q2, so he's going to have a fresh set of softs. So it might play just a bit a strategy toss-up here.
Just don't forget, people, to put your setups back on.
Yes. I have done that. I have forgotten. As long as somebody
I think we've all done that.
I think, what was it? When I filled in for one of my drivers 2 seasons ago at Abu Dhabi, we loaded in, and we had to have a lobby restart, and I did not select my car setup, and I'm not that great at Abu Dhabi to begin with, and that race was just awful. Preset.
I did.
Preset it.
Sifa.
As you did.
Sifa has readied up again.
Hopefully, these guys have 20 seconds, 16 seconds. Seifer is going to have to be let known about the 5-minute, I think. Even if the lobby restart, hopefully these guys are ready.
We'll soon find out.
Alright, so we're going to set off for the formation lap. Let's make sure everybody's on the correct tires. Full tires, positions. It looks to be the case. Everybody did go out on the right set. Solex still committing to those hard compounds, as well as Goomba and Telhell. They could have pretty much opted for whatever they wanted, but hey, they're being fair. Who's left there in the back?
They've got
our
mediums.
Yeah, that's Swizz. Swizz. So we do have a brand new commentator with us right now. Well, not a brand new commentator, what am I saying? He's a legend in himself. Harrison is here to help us out. He's actually the one that started up this new lobby for us. So Harrison, I'm going to ask you, how are you doing this evening?
Feeling alright, just finished work literally 10 minutes ago, so I'm back home and trying to relax, and then I saw on the stream that they needed a lobby restart, so I just jumped on.
Finished work to help us out. Man is a legend. So
Archie's left the session.
Archie has been having a bit of connectivity issues, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Hopefully it doesn't bug out this session too much. Hopefully this guy can actually pull away at the lights this time. That'd be really nice to see. The 2 Red Bulls looking mighty strong this evening. P1, P2.
We've got a Haas car hasn't even gone round that fast left right yet.
Yeah, Danberg.
Swizz didn't pull away from the line, Bill. He was sitting on the grid, so yeah, he got disqualified for that. But here we are. Oh, there's that projecting race stuff again. You guys get to see that again for your viewing pleasure. Here we are.
Swizz isn't the problem, Bill, by the way. It's Archie you need to speak to. His connection's a bit rubbish. It's not his fault.
Just get him to send a screenshot of his internet test.
Guys, cross your fingers. Hopefully we can pull away at the lights here this time around.
Here comes Danberg.
I'm just waiting on Danberg to cross the grid.
Okay.
Why doesn't it give you very good views for the start of these races?
It does once it loads up, so hopefully we load up. Somebody's enjoying a beverage or two. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Waiting for those 5 red lights to go out at the Australian Grand Prix. They are out, and we are way. Looks just a bit. There we go. We're actually pulling away.
Jump start.
Here we go.
Jump start by Archie.
Big jump start. Kenny out to. Oh no! Look at Neon. He's coming up. There's Red Bull. Let's jump through.
There's
Everybody
Neon.
cleanly kind of makes it through. Not a big crash in turn 1, so that's good to see. Everybody coming down to turn 3. Albon's still holding the lead right now as Neon's just behind him on the soft compounds. Looks like Robbie's getting pushed around just a bit. Lord Anderson in P4. Everybody quietly making it around.
Tower's not got no damage now, so
Robert
should be
and
able to
Swiss.
Oh, side by side with that Merc and the Racing Point. Racing Point's off just a bit. Looks like he's collected the car though, so no damage done there. Just a bit scruffy. We do have a Williams in the back. Oh Lord, is this gonna be 3-4 wide? No! What was that? Lord X is up to 2. Where's that? Albon gone. Albon. Oh no, you're Robbie. I think he's missing a lot of his front wing.
Yeah, he's
So
missing the whole front wing, mate.
there's definitely been some contact.
Yeah.
There's more contact. There's a car off in the back. It's all starting to kick off here towards the tail end of this. We
Swiss.
have a safety car, ladies and gentlemen. We have a safety car. I was happily expecting that in GP3 for the first race at Australia. So Swizz, where's he at right here? He's got all of his wing in contact. So his Telhell's falling down to
Easy,
P16.
people.
So Neon's picked up the lead. Laurie Eisen is in P2. Albon falls to P3, but he is on this medium compound. So, I mean,
Robbie
Robbie
stayed out.
He stayed out when he was in.
and I'm in P7. So your Robbie stayed out. He must have missed the pits.
That's really going to hamper the people behind him.
These guys need to calm down. It is under safety car situation. Please take your time, gamer. Telhell there. Gamebergs comes out of the pits with new set of hard compounds. He's going to look to take those to the end. Neon picked up the safety car. He is. So, talking points already, guys. The Red Bulls are looking mighty strong. Oh, what has happened?
Oh no.
Gamerman did not slow down. He piled into the back of a
Telhell?
couple of people there.
Look on
But
board
in all
here.
fairness, to kind of not blame him entirely. What's Telhell doing now? He's hit the back of someone as well.
The back of Sol.
Oh boy.
Yeah. These people need to calm down. It's safety car. Slow down.
It is the first race of the season. There are jitters, but there's also respectful driving underneath the safety car. So, guys, just keep a calm head. I do notice Telhell's missing a bit of his end plate on the left, or actually the right-hand side as well.
Yeah. So he hit the back of Swizz, I believe.
Where is Swizz right now? Swizz is riding. Swizz is
Just
actually
in front of him.
lost a lot of the front right of his wing, actually. These guys are not bumper cars at the back. Alright.
Goomba's missing the front left of his wing.
A couple guys are diving in the pits, I noticed.
Not going on board with front because he's got the gearbox still not fixing too.
Unfortunate for Gamerman this evening, not the way he wanted to start his season, but he'll have 21 races left, so there's plenty of time to make up for some mishap early in the season. But it looks like Neon picks up the safety car. Still following the safety car, actually. Lord X in P2. Go Alpha Team. Sorry, I can't be biased when I stream. SF1 Evil. I'll send you all the clips.
Swizz
You can help
has
me out.
left.
Swizz will need an invite back, yeah. He's coming out of the pits now. So your Robbie does make it into the pits this time around. Puts on the hard compound.
So that's currently no Racing Points are actually driving their car at the moment. They're both AI.
Interesting. Alright, so running down through. So big talking points. Albon falls to P3. I had to kind of expect that just a bit, seeing it is on the medium compound. So it's gonna make those tires last a lot longer. Rashi's just behind him. Rashi is P4. You can see the biggest movers so far this race. So far, Goomba's made it up 5 positions. So is Archie, but Archie's ghosting. Robert in that Mercedes has moved up 9 positions so far in 3 laps. Actually, Harrison's probably rooting on him. He must have listened to a nice little Harrison chat before the race. Alright, let's get this back to where we want it to be. Right.
Oh my god, Sork's got to keep that fridge as well for me.
Now,
Goomba's on
Daguerre in the
pits.
chat saying people who stop for the medium are going to be struggling at the end of the race.
Yeah, they'll be going mediums to softs most probably, I reckon.
So let's see. Is everybody... Goomba's jumped in for a new front wing. He's serving a 5-second stop go. I will say, SF1 Goomba, your helmet is looking spot on for that car.
Oh yeah, that does look...
It actually looks really good. I was interested in some of these helmets because the helmets that they gave you at the beginning of the game, if you didn't purchase the VIP pack, are awful. They're awful.
Yeah, no,
So let's see. Goomba will be the guy that brings up the tail end of this field, just behind his teammate Telhel. Where are they at now? So Goomba shouldn't have too long to catch him. We might
I
No.
think it may go this lap.
Just
Yeah.
an early prediction. Yeah, the safety car will come in this lap. Early prediction for me, if Goomba can keep that clean and keep it out of trouble, he's looking quite good here because he could take those holes to the end.
Yeah, you got to say that about Danbergs too. He's on the hard compound with only
Yep.
2 laps in. As
Yep,
well
that's
as
it, yeah.
your Robbie. A couple of these guys actually. So Goomba now 6 seconds behind. It'll be the question, will the safety car come in this time around? It should. Hopefully it does.
Yeah,
It
I believe
has,
it will.
because it's got its names back in the paper.
Yep. Now wait for more carnage.
Oh, don't.
Alright, so Neon is going to bring up the tail. Archie has joined.
Archie's
Hopefully he
back
can
in.
get back into his car before they go. Neon has the right to set the pace before the green flag drops again. Lord Axon's just behind. Can Lord Axon get it good? Ooh, that was close. Neon kind of give him a pit stop. Agasson's going cold tires. He's struggling just a bit. That's going to help our Albon right there. Rashi. Neon pulls away. Let's jump on board here. Rashi's looking to make a move on SF1 Albon just ahead. He's going to think about it. No, he's going to pull the car just behind. Oh, he thought about doing it. He puts it back in behind him. A couple guys going for a move here. Everybody else is pretty much clean. Doesn't look like... Oh, Seafer's jumped into
He's
the pits
actually going to go
again.
on the outside.
And Robert's back into the pits. Rashi and Albon.
Yeah, Robert's spun at the fourth corner.
Yeah, the two Mercedes are in the pits at the same time.
Rashi really wants to get around Albon. I think Albon is holding him up just a bit. Albon is on these medium compounds. They might be a little bit cold. Rashi almost pops right into the back of that gearbox. Is Agassi going to be able to keep up with Neon? I have a glitch right now. I'm not seeing any of the intervals. Let's see.
No, I'm not either.
That's great. That's lovely.
Can't sit on Albon's car because he's got the red glitch as well as Phantom.
Into Ascari, Rashi goes following Albon. Can he get around him this time around? I don't think these guys have had DRS just yet either. This doesn't make it easier to see anybody how close they are on track. Here comes Rashi. Can he enough speed to get around Albon? No DRS assistance just yet. Let's see if anybody else is close. Everybody's in a single file line. It looks like the Telhel guys behind him are going. I think Gooma's let Telhel through. And there's Mercedes guys. I'm not sure what happened. Definitely not sure what happened here.
Two Mercedes went into the pit at the same time.
Well, Roberts spun at the final corner and Joyce just pitted for some reason, I don't know why.
The intervals finally come back
5
up.
second stop go, but that was it.
Rashi's trying to get around. We do have a battle for Euro Robbie and Damsberg as well.
Albon and Rashi.
Swapping positions. Can Rashi get it? Woo! Rashi gets cut up in front. If I were SF1 Albon, I'd kind of just sit behind Rashi now. Woo! That's not exactly what I meant by sitting behind. He's
The
gonna have
ghosting Archie is now
Archie
got
go
one
through
and a half.
now.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute, boys.
Phantom here. He's gonna go through. So Phantom's up to P5 now.
Unfortunately, Gunners, you've missed the start of the race, mate, and we are streaming in this part. You may have to jump out. Sorry, mate.
Here we go, here we go. Dansberg on Johnny
Someone's
Sure.
work, you know. I did tell the lead that I was working till 2 o'clock.
It's fine, mate. You have to jump out of party. Sorry, mate.
Right, well,
Alright, so Phantom
fuck
now.
you then.
SF1 Albon in P4 as Sherbert looks to be struggling just a bit. I happen to wonder if those medium compounds are a lot more difficult. So they were fresh at the beginning of the race, so now they're going to be a lot colder as Yo Robbie's now picked up the back of Damsberg. Is riding really close. BRL Phantom is catching SF1 Albon pretty quickly as well, as Neon's pretty much pulled a 3-second gap between himself and Lord Agassiz. Rashi is 3.8 seconds behind Lord Agassiz for P3. I wonder if these guys... This is so much talking points. Look at Yo Robbie's now just behind Dansberg. He's going to think about making a move. No, he's going to tuck just behind it.
Yeah. Phantom's going to try and get the run down the pit straight, isn't he?
Solex is pulled up just behind Yo Robbie now. So Dansberg's going to have a train of cars just behind him. Is Yo Robbie going to have enough to get around Dansberg? Dansberg is going to probably put it into overtake. No, that's not Archie. Yo Robbie sticks behind. Phantom's still behind SF1
Two
Albon.
Haas drivers are sandwiching. Two Haas drivers are sandwiching that Red Bull at the moment, probably.
See that? As you can see, Solex is trying to get around Yo Robbie. Maybe touched him just a bit. Dansberg is trying to hold on to his lead against Yo Robbie. It's kind of cracking. Already lap 8 of this race.
Yeah, it's going quite quick.
Everybody minding very well. Phantom just behind, maintaining that gap between himself and SF1 Albon. So
She's lost a bit of ground to Lord Agassiz now. Phantom's still right behind Albon.
Lord Agassiz's lost just a bit to Neon. Neon is cooking right now. Can he hold on to this race? So here's Phantom. Will he have enough to get around SF1 Albon on start-finish line? I will say, drivers to look at. Albon and Sherbert, both on the medium compounds. Damberg's on hard compounds, so he can take those to the end. So is Robbie. So Neon doesn't have this in the bag just yet. Here goes BRL Phantom on SF1 Albon. Looks like it is job done. Phantom pulls up to P4.
I'd expect the soft runners to be probably coming in the next 2 to 3 laps, maybe.
Yeah, let's say top 3, 4, depending on how well they took care of those tires. All right, let's look through.
Robbie and Damberg are still close. Solex has dropped off. He might have made a mistake, actually.
The guys in the tail are a little bit spaced out. A couple of the guys had to make pit stops. Seifer is one of them. Robert's one of them. 19 seconds back behind his teammate. Keeping it on board with Dansberg, Yo Robbie. They're not too far behind Sherbert. See if they can stay within that zone, that DRS range. Sherbert is on those medium compounds, though.
Unfortunately, as it stands, the two racing points will probably have to be taken out of the standings for this race.
Neon's into the pits. He's going to go to the hard compound, so he's going to make it a one-stop strategy. We're actually on the way through. Yeah, there you have it. Pit window is open for a hard... I would almost gamble and try to go to the medium compound. look at Robbie now. Solex is caught up to the tail of this guy's too. Robbie's going to think about making a move. He's going to go to the outside into the sports
Danberg and
center
Robbie,
situation.
they're closing
Robbie.
in on Sherbert as well.
Whoa, Solex is just behind him. These guys are actually catching Sherbert. Danberg's going to have help with DRS. I wonder if Sherbert is struggling just a bit. As everybody else is close. So Neon pitted for hard and came out at P10, so he's doing pretty well. Look to see if he can keep a hold of those. You guys have probably driven this game way more than me. Give me a rundown of how the hards feel, because I remember last season in the game, the hards when you put them on felt terrible.
I've hardly used the hards, to be honest.
Solex is gonna go for a move on you, Robbie. Side by side. Woo. Sorry.
And the one track you need them at is China, because I know that was a medium hard strategy.
Swizz, oh, Phantom in the pits.
Here goes Solex. He's got DRS on Robbie. Robbie has DRS on Danberg, but Danberg has moved a little bit further down the road. These guys have a train between themselves. Albon moves back.
Leon's going to catch some track effort in a lap or so.
P3, that leaves Lord Agson in the lead of this Grand Prix currently. Wonder when he's going to dive for the pits. I know he's been talking in the Alpha chat about possibly doing a one-stop. I wonder if he's going to move to the hard compound or go to the medium compound. Rashi up to P2.
We'll see.
I know eventually
Sector 1 yellows.
SF1 Albon is going to retake the lead of this race. Looks like Phantom. What has happened to Phantom? Oh, Phantom.
He pitted.
Spun.
Yeah, he's spun though.
Spun.
He was doing really well. I think wonder if that was the...
See what this battle with Danberg, Robbie and Sol.
Yeah, this guy's just going after it. Whoa! Yeah, Solex lost it. Oh, he hasn't crashed out though. No, he has crashed out. He's done. Is that going to be a safety car?
Safety car, what do you think?
Sector 3
The
yellow.
game's like...
That is
No
unfortunate. It
safety
took
car.
off his rear tire. So Solex is
It's where
out
that
of this
car's
race.
positioned, it should be a safety car.
No safety car. Yep, it's gone. Lord Agassi
Rashi
gonna...
inherits the lead.
So the question is, when is Rashi going to pit now? So Lord Agassi is going to come out of pits in P7. It looks like where Swizz is coming down the start-finish line now. But no, Lord Agassi has made his way out on the medium compound. And we're going to go for a two-stop strategy.
I was about to say, I reckon, when let's be honest, these softs have done 12 laps.
Now this is going to be a battle to see Neon. Neon has Robbie just ahead of him. Both on the hard compounds. However, Neon has his teammate, Johnny Sherbert, just ahead of him. SF1 Stig, if you're watching, you need to take a listen to this one. See if he gets a little bit nervous.
One of the racing points is back. Swizz is back in his car.
Swizz, yeah.
Albon has caught up to Rashi pretty quickly too. He's only 3/10 behind him.
Says to me that Albon's done no laps on those mediums.
I'm getting that as well.
Rashi's in.
Rashi pulls into the pits. 11 laps. Oh!
But Swizz is gone. Swizz is gone.
Swizz has crashed. Is that gonna be...
They're in the same wall. Safety car. It's full yellows.
Safety car.
It is
So
safety car.
second safety car of this race. That is just flip the script on a lot of these guys, especially Albon, who can dive into the pits now. Pretty much a free pit stop if he wants to. And go for the hard compound and take him to the end. What are you guys' predictions? Swizz is left. Unfortunate for Swizz to have a race this evening like that. Phantom dives into the pits. Think he's going to get a new front wing. And he's put on a set of new medium compounds.
Yeah, the mediums I reckon will take you to the end now, especially with the safety car being out for the next 2 to 3 laps.
All right, let's take a look down. Tell how it pulls into the pits. He's going to get a new front wing as well. A lot of front wings going on during this race. A lot of front wings, actually. And it looks like Robert's going to serve a 5-second stop go. Are they going to replace his wing? No, they're
If
just
I
going to...
was, just an idea, I mean, if I was Goomba, for instance, I'd probably pit for the mediums now.
Yeah, that's what I would do as well if I was in this
Yeah.
situation.
9-lap old hards. I wonder if he's just going to try to stretch him and take him to the end.
See, Rashi's gone
Damn.
in, come out on the hards.
Albon's in the pits.
Yep.
This is going to be
That'd probably be
interesting.
for the hards.
And he's going to serve a 5-second stop go.
5 seconds.
Ouch. Is he going to go? He's going to go for the
Yeah,
soft
soft.
compound. Interesting call. And a new front wing as well. So that's
Do
really...
you think that's going to be a 2-stop?
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's gotta be a 2-stop.
There's no way their softs are going to last.
Isn't it?
They would be... I mean, 1910 laps. You're going to be pushing... They'll probably go back to racing around lap 16. It's doable, but you're going to be in a danger zone with those compounds.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 75 to 82% possibly.
I don't think the softs will go to the end. I'll be surprised if they do.
Well, it's gonna be at least 2 to 3 laps before the safety car goes in, because you've still got, Hal's spun at left right chicane. By the time they catch the safety car up, it'll be 2 to 3 laps before they go again.
Daguerre on the chat saying Albon's strategy is a little bit questionable, but he can do something decent. I mean, if he pays it off, it might be a good look for you guys tomorrow. Well, actually, for Harrison on Sunday, if you want to gamble with it.
Yeah.
If he does end up doing a 2-stop, it's going to have to be soft now, isn't it?
Yeah, it would almost be a soft.
Probably pitting a lap, run about lap 21, 22.
Yeah, it's got to be something like that.
Get the full use of the tyres in.
So Danberg's Haas is in the lead of this race currently on 12-lap old hard. Your Robbie gets his way back up to the front of this grid. P2 currently on 11-lap old hards. Neon's sitting quite nice on 4-lap old hards, so barely put any laps on those things. And Rashi's looking strong. He's up to 4th.
Whilst you're talking about Rashi, he's made the jump on Lord Agden because he was behind Lord Agden.
Albon's in again.
He has, actually. But Lord Agson is on the medium compounds, and they should take him to the end. Easily, actually.
Yeah, they will, yeah.
So it'll definitely have a little bit more
Albon's
pace.
pitted again for a set of mediums.
Yeah.
Shoof is in the chat saying since it says 2-3 laps will disappear, the people that did 10 laps in the start might work. Where are the guys now? About 12 and 14 seconds. They should.
No, I wouldn't want to guess who's going to finish where at the moment.
Well, my prediction's out the window anyway.
I told Carlos, we were talking one-on-one the other day, and I told him I think GP3 is going to be an exact replica of F1, the 2010 season. I think we're going to have 6 different drivers win in 6 different races within the first probably 8 to 10 races.
Could happen. Be interesting.
So, I mean, it might become the race to watch during the week. Seeing who can best who each
Possibly.
week. Nothing against you guys in GP2 or 3, but our GP1.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Alright, coming through. Looks like Robert. This has definitely helped 2 Mercedes out a lot. So, Harrison, I bet you're a bit happy about this safety car.
I'm relieved.
Safety car's staying out.
Yeah, because Tellhell is still 13 seconds back.
All I'm gonna say is I don't even look at the penalties in the race director at the minute. There is so many penalties.
Yeah, I've had that glitch where it's not showing me most of the penalties, so it'll be kind of a shock to me at the end just to see who finishes where.
It's like if you pause and unpause, it'll tell you the penalties people have got for like one number.
Yeah.
It's like sure, but he's got a drive through for speeding under the safety car I just had.
Lovely.
I want to ask a quick question. Is that that harsh time track, or not the time track, but the exceeding the track limits underneath the safety car, is that still here in this game too?
I haven't. It's mainly 3 seconds that I'm seeing in the race directory warnings, but a few of the 5 second stop goes for severe collisions. The drive through for Sherbert was in lap 13, so he has a drive through too. So after the safety car period.
Yeah.
So these guys are basically going to have a 10-lap shootout, pretty much give or take, once these guys go back to green flag racing. You keep my eyes on a couple of these guys on the medium compounds, such as Archie, Phantom, Albon might make his way through, Robert in that Mercedes.
Don't forget Archie, he's ghosting.
Where is Archie? Yeah, he's still ghosting. But I mean, some of the guys on the fresh hard compounds, those will kick on in the last 5 laps, such as Neon and Rashi. Yo Robbie and Dan Bergs is going to be sweating the next couple laps. So they definitely want to make sure those tire temperature.
I expect Lord Agson to push on.
I finally have a lovely aerial camera, and that is nice. I hate that you don't get that many of them. But I mean,
safety car should be in, yeah.
They're like one of the best. So Danberg is going to have the right to set the pace. Let's see if he backs up these guys. I'd almost think that he would. Or is he just going to gun it?
Robbie's got a 5-second penalty for severe collision. Wow.
I wonder if he tapped with Neon.
No, Danberg, it says.
Here we go. Safety car is in. Danberg is going to go now. And so is Yo Robbie. Neon's going to make a look for it. Rash is just behind.
Robbie
Neon.
missed the gear change.
Oh no, here we go, side by side, both the Renault and the Red Bull into turn 1. Oh! Bit of gravel was touched, but it looks like they scaped through that just for the nick of their teeth. Rashi holding behind, Lord Agson just behind. Lord Agson is going to make a look on Rashi. He's going to turn in. A little bit of contact. Ooh. That was a bit close for comfort. They still hold on to their positions. Neon now following Danberg. Ooh, Neon looked like he got that car a bit sideways. As I was saying, those hard compounds are probably a bit cold, so you want to make sure you handle that car. Phantom now working on SF1 Goomba. Archie there in P9. Is he still? He's still ghosting. Robert makes his way up to P10. Seifer is up to P11. Can he get around? Telhell there in P12. Sherbert. I wonder what happened to Sherbert. He's dove for the pits.
Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
What has happened? Has Neon lost it?
Went in the gravel.
Oh, and Phantom's right there as well as Goomba. There's a train of cars behind Albon racing with VRL Phantom. That's what I'm saying, guys. You could be leading the race if something happens. Albon's going to make a move on Phantom, though. He backs out of it, pulls into the curb. As Neon's going to try to go around SF1 Goomba. Yet to have DRS still, as they were under the safety car. Albon following BRL Phantom. Neon trying to get around SF1 Goomba. I think Neon's missing a bit of his end plate and part of his wing now. He is. Gooba's going to hold to the inside. Side by side they go. Will Goomba give him a bit of a squeeze? No. Ooh, bit of a touch there. Phantom's now caught the back end. I think he's missing an end plate off of that contact with Goomba. And oh man, it's starting to kick off. Whoa! Phantom got a little loose out of that corner, and that's gonna let Robert through. So both Mercedes are lucking out in this. They've gone up to P8, P10, and I bet Harrison's over there licking his chops for that one.
I'm not licking my chops. I'm just happy that this safety car came to the races.
So you're
Goomba
Robbie.
and Albon, sorry.
You're Robbie just behind Rashi and Lord Agassiz on those medium compounds. Can he use the pace in those tires to catch up to these top three guys? Neon is behind him about 2 seconds down the road. Albon gets up to P6, Goomba up to P7. Robert P8 and his teammate there now moves into P9. Phantom is not going to pit, he's going to stay out.
He is staying out.
So the real story now is Robbie trying to catch up to Rashi and Lord Agassiz just behind. He's going to have to make it quick because Neon is starting to catch these guys. He just caught him 3/10. He does have Albon just behind him though.
Goomba and Robert fighting over P7. He's going for a move.
Oh! Might have overshot it just a bit. His teammate's actually going to pass him. Seifert's just gone through. So he's missed out on that opportunity to try to pass Goomba. Look at this. Albon is now on the back of Neon. 4-lap old, pretty much brand new medium compounds.
Axel and Robbie as well.
Yeah, Robbie, Rashi, and Dansberg's moved out to a 1.5 gap. Has Carlos found another gem in this field for the season? DRS yet? It looks like DRS is now open for these guys. Lord Agassiz just behind there.
One thing I don't want to see is my teammates crashing.
Crashing into each other.
Yes.
Albon and Neon going after it on the track. Phantom dives into the pits. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch these two battle. Probably give Harrison a heart attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much the top 5 guys now all separated within 3 seconds of each other. Albon is moving into that picture now as well. Can Agassiz use those medium compounds to get around Robbie? Robbie's having a difficult time trying to get around Rashi. Rashi making his car as wide as possible.
Robbie's hardly got any ERS left, whereas Lord Agnes's got 70%.
Robbie's literally got no ARS.
No.
Some of the camera angles of this track are still terrible. Thank you, Codemasters. We'll talk later.
I expect a move by Agnew down the home straight, the pit straight.
I was following Robbie on the start-finish line. He doesn't look like he has a lot of punch when it comes to trying to pass the car ahead of him. Rashi might be running a little bit less downforce.
He's short shifting as well, which is not going to give him a full range of speed.
I wonder if he's trying to save fuel. Here he goes. He was thinking about it. No, a little too far back. Thinks better of it. He's
Albon's back up to 6th.
What happened? He's dove into the pits. He's going to serve another 5 seconds. He's retired.
He's retired.
So that is unfortunate for SF1 Albon. Wonder if he's had enough this evening. He was missing a bit of his wing. So that's going to move BR Phantom up to P11. Sherbert's going to move up to P12. The story
So
everybody
now,
wants to see.
No. It's official. No one can now get the predictions prize this week.
So it's going to move on to next week.
It will.
Alright, let's take a look. Neon's retired. Neon's out of this race. Neon's crashed out from the fast fast right-hander.
Yeah, fast left right chicane, yeah.
And that's going to be a
safety
safety
car,
car.
I think.
Virtual safety car.
That's got to be a softs. Someone's got to make that call.
It's only virtual.
And what actions
And nobody follows him in, so he's going to try to take a free pit stop out of this.
Goomba's in.
That could be a move. That could be a good move. Depends how quickly they can get through traffic.
I
So he's
can't
on his
believe
way
after the
out.
race I've just had.
Can he get out ahead of Telhell? No, Telhell's gonna pass him. So Lord Axon did make the pit stop underneath the um the actual virtual, and it's
I believe
over now. So
Goomba had
back.
I think Goomba had a 5 second because he's now dropped behind Archie as well.
I'm gonna keep an eye on this. Oh, look! Lord Axon's gonna go for a move on Telhell. He's trying to get around him. Right on the gearbox of that outdoor. Ooh, they touch a bit. Whoa, Axon takes to the grass. Is he gonna make a move here? He's gonna try to late break him into this corner. Looks like he's made it stick, so he's made up the position. He's now not he's eight and a half seconds pretty much down back behind. Or Robert and Sophie or Seifer have made their way up to P4 and
Sifa, yeah.
P5. Running right next to each other as well.
Guys, play it calm, please.
Yeah, we know what you're watching.
All right, Toto, make sure you get yourself in there.
Just like to point out, Kyle, if the Mercedes keep battling, it's going to slow them down, and the Alfa Romeo can catch up.
Oh, that sent Seifer wide. I think Robert gave him just a bit of a squeeze there. The top three guys now are all within a second of each other. 23 laps, 6 laps remain of this race. Lord Agason's already made up 2 seconds on Seifer alone. And Phantom now working on the back end of SF1 Goomba. He should have DRS just around this corner. Can he make a move? Done. He's going to go to the outside of SF1 Goomba. Ooh, it's a bit of a
Goomba did not
touch.
use overtake to defend that.
So Phantom makes his way up to P9. Oh yeah, Seifer I think made quite a bit of a mistake. Now he's already fallen down 2.3 seconds to his teammate. Let's jump up with Yor Robbie, who is still working on trying to pass Rashi for P2 and possibly try to jump into the lead. He's already on 20 lap old hard compounds. So Rashi right now, between the two or the three of these guys, is looking a lot healthier. 10, 11 lap old hard compounds compared to Danberg's 22 laps and Yor Robbie's 21 laps. Lord Agason now.
I think Russia may get this intelligence.
What's that?
I think Russia may win this because of the penalty situation. Danberg received 2 5-second
I
penalties. He's only served
I forgot
one.
the penalties.
He's served one, but he's still got another to serve. Russia's only got 9 seconds worth of penalties, but Danberg's got the stop road plus 6, so he's gonna lose the lead here in the cross the line. Robbie right in the back of him, Russia now.
Yor Robbie just behind Rashi. Rashi's gonna have DRS now on Danberg, and Robbie's gonna have DRS.
Agson's up behind Sifa.
Oh, a bit of touching.
Sifa!
Oh no, that's not what you wanted to see.
What is he doing?
I think that is gonna be definitely a clip that sends its way. And Lord, I guess
He's retired.
Tired on track.
That's a bit naughty.
So that's gonna have to be looked at after the race
Safety
for sure.
car.
A safety car.
Brought out the safety car. That's why you don't retire on track, man.
Neon gets a fine. Oh, that's from earlier. So, is there any
bring
gonna
out the safety car now for 3 laps, 2-3 laps?
Is anybody gonna be brave enough and dive into the pits for a brand new set of soft compounds and take it to the end? Somebody did.
Goomba's done well. 25 laps and no softs.
I happen to wonder. No, they're gonna stay out. They're not gonna gamble. Danberg's, Rashi, and Yor Robbie are gonna keep on those hard compounds. This has been quite a race, that is for sure.
It has.
They're
There's
going to
been
be out
some
for.
questionable driving, I will say.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first race of the season. These guys, I don't think have raced each other yet, but hopefully they clean themselves up just a bit going into Bahrain and China and the likes of a couple other tracks down the road.
Just
But
like to
Marcus,
point out,
you're close.
if you take Archie, if you take Archie out of the equation because he's been ghosting the whole race, there's only 9 people left.
You're right. You could go.
Is someone use Goomer's tires to say 27 laps of his tires?
Yeah, he hasn't done that though.
Yeah, for a while we were on SF1 Albon, who was on 0 lap mediums for about 12 laps. So I wonder if the safety car is going to go and wait for Sherbert or if it's just going to pull in. I will say this. I don't think the contact is over with yet, to be honest. I think
Nope.
the last 2 laps it's going to be mental.
I reckon that top 3 is going to change.
Oh, it's going to get pretty interesting. Ken Robert in the Mercedes, who had abysmal first beginning of this race.
He's got a drive-through.
Does he? Alright, so Sherbert now 40 seconds behind this grid. Lap 26 of 29, 3 to go. Currently underneath the safety car here at the Australian Grand Prix. And there's been some questionable points in this race that I'm sure the stewards are definitely going to have to look at.
I'm expecting
MVP for me.
like a 2-lap sprint. I reckon it will come in the end of next lap.
You still got Sherbert trying to catch up to the field, so it'd probably either be one more lap or be in the front.
Penny was asking that earlier. I missed it in the chat. How did Guma do 21 laps in the softs? He's in the new Tire King, Benny. Alright. Anytime. Will the safety car come in this time around? Doesn't look like it. Nope. So they're going to be in the... So it's definitely going to be 2 laps to go. Yeah. So anybody that was low on fuel or low on ERS has a optimal time to save it up and give it a go. So for the guys that are behind, this has really helped them. And for Dan Bergs, it's really hurt him. This could be Rash's race, depending on how things play out. Safety car's pulled in. We're going to go back to racing here. Yo, Robbie might have a look here. And we're going to go cross the line. Lap 27 out. Oh, look. Danberg and Rashi. Rashi thought about a switch back. Side by side, here we go.
For 10-2.
Rashi's got it side by side. Let's jump on board with Robbie.
He's taking the lead.
Oh, look at that. Robbie sneaks through. Dansberg's dropped the P3. Can he hold on? He has Euro Robbie just behind him. Where's Robert? Robert's just up. BRL Phantom gets himself the P5 as... Who was that?
P4.
Seifers hit the wall a bit and has gone off. Oh, now he's just...
Well, Seifer, seriously.
Yeah, that's going to have to be looked at.
Towries.
Sherbert's trying to go after Telhel and Goomba. Oh, I think they touch each other. So, can Rashi hold on with 2 laps to go? Danberg now has BRL Phantom just behind him. Phantom having I would say, a terrible beginning of this race has now found himself up to a point where he can fight for a possible podium.
Johnny Sherbert's moved up to 7th, considering he was 40 seconds behind.
I'm telling you, man, this race.
I don't know where anyone's going to finish.
It's going to come down to time penalty soon. Oh, Sherbert went really wide, hits the wall. Look at Goomba's gonna think about it. Oh, they're gonna don't go 3 wide into turn 1, guys, please. Okay. Oh no, they touch. Oh, jeez. All right, gloves are off definitely for these last 2 laps. Penultimate lap of the race. We're gonna follow on board with Robert. Sherbert goes ahead of Goomba, side by side. Goomba backs out. Oh, Rashi's crashed out from the lead. Your Robbie takes
Rashi's
over the
gone.
lead. Oh no, Danberg picks up. Phantom is now into a podium spot for this race.
I know exactly what he's done.
All right, so we are down.
Outside curb on the exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, pretty much the top 3 guys. Well, Danberg's has been up there most of this race, but for BRL Phantom and Yo Robbie, down to pretty much P13, P14 in this race early on from a little bit of wing damage, and that has made this amazing base comeback to get themselves up to a podium position. Can Sherbert go fight for a podium? It is 7.5 seconds. I think it'll be a tall ass. Kuma is now going to fight for P4 in this race.
Phantom's
Oh,
got Danberg.
Danberg. Yeah, what is going on? Last lap of this race.
I think
Phantom
his
is
tyres
down.
gone off.
Phantom is only now. How close will he be here? It is 1.9 seconds to go. Penalties will play into a factor at the end of this race.
Tailhell's taken Robert because Robert's pitted again.
Seafer up
This is dry
7.
Yeah.
So he has decided to serve it. He's now P9. Yo Robbie, 1.6 seconds separates himself and VRL Phantom. A couple of these guys still super close. He's right on board with the ghosting Archie. Is Goomba still fighting Sherbert? These two know each other quite well. They've raced each other for many seasons. Can Goomba make it work? Nevertheless, we're gonna have to keep an eye on him. He's alright, he's right there. So we're gonna jump forward with Goomba. Can he get around Johnny Sherbert for this race? Phantom now. Phantom is locked Robbie in really quickly. Can he have a last-ditch effort here in the final corners? Guys, this is intense.
Penalty still may play in effect here.
I don't know. I still don't know who's going to finish where.
Here we
after
go.
Penalties.
Robbie round Senna. He's going to come around Frost with the start-finish line. Phantom is going to join him on the start-finish line. There is Danberg just behind him. Robbie is going to cross the line for the meantime in P1. Will he stay P1? No, BRL Phantom goes P1. Danberg goes P2. Your Robbie stays P3. Here we go. Is Goomba going to get Johnny Sherbert at the line? He does have DRS open. Oh, I thought
Goomba gets P2.
Archie popped up to P2, so that's
ghosted, which means Goomba got P3.
Goomba gets P3. Yeah. So Sherbert's dropped down. So Goomba gets P3. Danberg gets P2. BRL Phantom P1. Yo, Robbie, what has happened? Did he have all those penalties? Guys, check that quick just to make sure.
Must have done.
Can you guys pop in and look at the penalties on Yo, Robbie?
Yep. Oh, no, too late.
I guess you guys. I want to make sure that didn't glitch out towards the end, because then it would be BRL Phantom, Danberg, and ouch. Goomba gets driver of the day with that amazing pose. That was pretty hectic. So Michael Schumacher's up there on the top step of the podium. BRL Phantom grabs the victory of this first race of the season. Archie shouldn't be up there. I know he'd probably love to be up there, but he's not going to be up there. So let's see. If we load in, you guys can double check the penalties on your Robbie, see if that was accurate.
See what it says. 40 seconds.
Okay, so that was accurate. So BRL Phantom wins the Australian Grand Prix. Guys, if you can invite him in the party for me, that'd be awesome. Danberg picks up P2. SF1 Goomba is P3. Sherbert P4. Seifer is P5. Telhell P6. Yo Robbie is P7. Robert P8. And Rashi finishes P9. No, he crashed out, so that's going to be it for this race. Wow. Fortunately, Lord Agassiz did get the fastest lap, so that's kind of gone wayward. That was an intense race. Absolutely intense. We're going to move on
They're all in.
to the podium interviews. You know what? Since you're here, Marcus, I'm going to actually let you interview your brother, Goomba, on his podium this evening. Start off with P3.
We'll have to. Yeah, well done, Ryan. You inherited P3 due to Archie's ghosting car throughout the whole race. So talk us through your race, mate.
It was a shambles. Proper shambles. Both AlphaTauris at the back of the grid by lap 3. I believe
Yep.
it was.
Yeah.
Fought my way. Got I think 3 or 2 5-second penalties under safety car. Oh no, just before safety car.
Yeah.
Or people hitting me. I don't know how I get the penalty. Yeah, very surprising at P3 because we all thought I was P4.
Yeah. Well, my next question was going to be, were you expecting to be on that podium today?
No,
Okay.
I wasn't.
Well done, mate.
Yeah,
How's your
congratulations.
feelings towards the next race?
Yeah, Bahrain. I don't mind Bahrain.
All right,
Good with
so
that.
we'll move it right. You guys, okay, we'll move it right on to our P2 today. Danberg's first race in SS1 gets yourself P2. That was quite a race. You were in the lead for a while, holding on to the lead, battling you, Robbie and Rashi. Rashi got out ahead and then eventually crashed in front of you. But oh, that was a chaotic race. Just give us a rundown of your race, mate. That was crazy.
Yeah, first of all, I thought I was gonna be around like P10 after qualifying, and still qualifying P6 was a big surprise. Moving on to the race, after turn 2, I got tangled up with someone, lost a bit of my front wing, and then as the safety car came out, I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna go for hards and try to make it through. Picked up some penalties on the way and just second restart there at the end half of the race. I was my tires were completely gone. I did not have anything left, so I tried as hard as I could, but he got through and then he crashed out, so I was quite surprised. Still thought that I was out due to my penalties, but made it happen.
That was quite a race. I'm going to hand it over to Marcus or Harrison. Do you guys have anything to add to Danberg's before we move on to our P1 this evening?
No, I'm pretty happy. Want to thank Carlos for helping me out in the build up to this season. Helped me out a lot with setups and stuff, so big ups to him.
There you guys have it. All right, we're going to move on. Congratulations. But man, I didn't think I'd be talking to you today, given the beginning of this race. Phantom, I'm just going to let you take the floor on this one. Did you expect to win this race at the beginning?
Honestly, I didn't expect this at all. Because the first half of the race was a bit of a struggle for me. I was thinking I'd be around like T5 or below. But then after all the safety cars, things just kept changing, and I'm like, alright, different strategies. Because I went from soft, medium, soft is what I was planning on, but then I got wing damage, so I went for mediums again. And then at the end, there was that last safety car, so I went to softs again. And then it was just basically deal with the dirty air and try to get all the guys that were on older hards and mediums and just push to the end.
That was a solid race too. Like, a lot of the safety cars definitely did help you out at the end with that soft compound going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll move it over. Harrison, Senna, do you guys have anything to add?
No, just well done, mate, on your race win.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Congratulations to the top 3 guys, SF1 Kuma, Dan Bergs, and Phantom. hopefully you guys have your luck carry over into Bahrain. We'll be talking to you next week. But until then, guys in the chats, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. That was probably one of the most hectic races I've called in a long time. Big thank you to Marcus and Harrison. Thanks for helping me out this evening. I do appreciate it.
Welcome, mate.
But we'll move on. We do have GP2 here at the Australian Grand Prix tomorrow night. Make sure you tune in for that. I'm sure it's going to be just as chaotic. I hope not. I hope it's a little bit more cleaner, but we will see. We do have a couple new drivers in for GP2 as well this season. But guys, that's going to do it for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Until then, hopefully everybody's staying safe, and we'll see you soon.